Well, so are they as the Packers get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Running left, here's Edmonds. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try the left side. Edmonds. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Murray going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Now Murray. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Hits Murray, eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 30. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. Touchdown, Packers! Allen Lazard, 57 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Cutter on first down, working his way forward for about 4 yards. 2nd down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From just shy of midfield, Murray steps away to his left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. On first down, Edmonds. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Flush to his right. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Chase Edmonds taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Rodgers now on first down. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a 1st down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth. And again, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. They'll roll him out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
Murray sets to throw on 4th, escaping the pressure right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing now is Murray, rolling to his right. And the catch made by Hopkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Murray. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Out of the gun, here's Murray, sliding out of the pocket. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Packers are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. They wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. Now a first down carry by Jones. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, 31 yards. yards. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Packers. Now Crosby for the point after. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Buying time to his left. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Murray steps away. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Dancing to his left. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Well, 3 straight incompletions. They don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Murray now to throw. Oh, I think he's got it. He does. A diving grab by Green.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On first down, Edmonds. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play. And guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On first down, Rodgers. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 63 yards. And the Packers use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And more, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. He'll buy some time right. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. And he'll just get rid of it. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray to air it out again. Being chased out left. He goes right back to Green. He's got it complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there.
That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk there to make the grab. And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Back to throw, Rodgers. It's caught inside the 25. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route. Often against the safety, you like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Eluding the pressure right. Able to find Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Murray. Forced out to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Green. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. They'll roll him out right. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Murray to throw. Rolling to his right. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. Back to throw. Murray. Steps away to his left. And he will get in. The 2-point conversion is good. And we may be on our way to overtime. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. 106 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.